chief executives like you since the pandemic began. We've talked about the recovery and how that process looks. And as I said at the outset, the airline industry has a particular data set that allows you to understand the recovery and what's happening better than most. So let me ask you, where do you stand in terms of traffic? You mentioned before we started that you're up a bit. Tell our viewers what you can about what you're seeing in terms of who's flying, where it is compared to where it was a month or two ago.
So for the weekend we just concluded, David, we were flying with customers at about 25% of where we were the same weekend in the prior year in 2019, pre-pandemic. So that 25% of the prior year levels is the high point that we've seen thus far. We bottomed out in April at about 5% of prior year levels. So it's a significant increase from where we had been, but at the same time, it gives you an indication how far we've yet to go. We're only at 25% of prior levels, despite the fact that this is typically our busiest time of the year. We do see leisure travel coming back a lot quicker than business. Business travel is still greatly reduced, but people are out. Heading to the mountain states is one of the places we've seen the greatest interest in travel. Salt Lake City is one of our hubs, and we're operating at probably 50 to 60% of prior year levels, as compared to the Northeast, where that number is still down in the 10% level.
You said in an interview with Time Magazine about a week ago that you thought the recovery had stalled. That was a good way to describe where things were. Would you still say that a week, 10 days later, or are you beginning to get a little speed again?
No, I think we're still in a stall. One of the reasons why we've picked up to the 25% level is that we added some additional capacity coming into the August month. So today we're flying about 50% of the flights that we flew this time a year ago, with about 25% of the people that we had this time a year ago. You can look at it in that sense. And while it's picked up a little bit, it's because we put some additional planes in the sky. But I'd say the recovery still is largely stalled.